everyone, welcome back. Today I am Keith, and this is Hawks. Today we are going to read a Klance fanfiction that I found on Archive of Our Own while I'm in Keith Cause. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a big old thumbs up. If you're new, you can subscribe and click the bell. That way every single time I post a new video, you will get notified. I post on Tuesdays, Fridays, and every other Sunday. So today is going to be a fanfiction day. Every Sunday is not going to be our fanfiction days anymore. It's probably just going to be like sporadic and random because there's only so many fanfictions in the world. So, you know. Yeah. So this is called Polaroid by orphan_account. The summary is a nostalgic photographer and his samurai.
Unbeknownst
to the other paladins, Lance had purchased a Polaroid camera at the Earth shop on their first visit to the space mall. He picked it up gently and examined it with teary eyes. His fingers tenderly brushed along its cool surface. His heart wrenched as the memories of his family began to flood his mind. Memories of a bright autumn day, a tire swing, and his siblings' smiling faces. Memories of the McLean family desperately trying to arrange themselves in a camera's viewfinder before a seagull dove in front of the lens. Memories of a dozen first days of school captured hastily before bolting to the bus stop. All these memories and more rested in a neat little frame along the McLean's foyer wall. And below them, on the small square table, sat a 1990s Polaroid camera, almost identical to the one Lance now clutched in his chest. He decided to share a piece of his childhood with the rest of the team and compile enough memories to someday add to his wall at home. Lance bought his camera everywhere when they weren't engaged in combat and would occasionally snap candid photos of his friends or pictures of the landscapes and architecture of alien planets. He'd document their daily routine, the lions, the aliens he met. He'd turn the camera around to take selfies in front of things that reminded him of certain family members. He'd excitedly tape the pictures to the wall of his room, thanking God that the shop from which he bought the camera had a generous amount of film to go with it as his collection of memories grew. I really this Keith Cause. I'm not gonna hold you. He began to sneakily take pictures of Keith as he developed feelings for him. At Voltron celebrations on various planets, when Keith would stray away from the festivities and gaze at the sky in deep thought, a click from a camera went unnoticed as the music and the chatter drowned it out. In their free time back at the castle, when the team would all hang out and play games or watch movies, they'd grown accustomed to Lance's spontaneous picture taking and didn't bat an eye when Lance would poise the camera for another shot. They were unaware of the fact that more and more of those photos were solely Keith, gingerly pushing his bangs back, or of Keith giggling at something ridiculous that he had said. He has a beautiful laugh. The day Keith was due to leave for the Blade, everyone gathered around to say their goodbyes. When the last of the group had finally dispersed to return to their duties, Lance remained, nibbling on his lip nervously. "We're gonna miss you, man," he said softly, looking down at his feet. His gaze lifted to Keith's as he offered a hand to the former Red Paladin. Clasped in it was a photograph. It was quite possibly his favorite of all. At the time, he and Keith had just fought about the training facility. They'd been at it for an hour, upping the levels of training bots every battle. They had become a spectacularly good team, the two of them. They fought together in such perfect harmony. It was as if they were born to be by each other's side. Wow, is this gonna make me cry? Because I don't need that right now. Keith had done something amazing, as usual. As they cooled off around the last hour, after the last round, Lance had fondly remarked, "Sharp work, samurai." Lance could have sworn Keith blushed a little as he lightheartedly replied, "Samurai? Really?" with an adorable chuckle. Lance felt like he had hard eyes as he watched Keith smiling to himself on the way to grab a towel. Lance had the sudden urge to commemorate that memory, just the two of them walking together, like a badass couple. He lunged for his camera, which had been placed in a safe place away from all the action, and when Keith returned from drying his face, Lance bounded up to him, camera in hand. Keith rolled his eyes with a grin as he spotted the camera Lance gripped tightly. This moment needs to be captured before Team Klance goes out and kicks Galra booty once and for all, Lance explained nonchalantly. Sidled up next to Keith, extending an arm out with the camera. 3, 2, 1, cheese! Lance got a crazy last-minute idea and turned to place a kiss on Keith's flushed cheek. Just as the camera flashed, Fearing a negative reaction, Lance dashed out of the room, snickering gleefully, so as not to let on that his heart was pounding painfully in his chest and that his stomach was doing flips at what he just did. In a hurry to escape, Lance missed the bright flush that bloomed on Keith's face. Things went on normal after that. It was almost like that stolen kiss on the cheek never even happened. Lance was relieved that Keith seemed unfazed by it. He had stayed up the night that it happened, with the thought of Keith not talking to him ever again, tormenting him until he drifted off to sleep. Lance was determined that all the pictures he's taken during his space travels will one day end up in a wall back at home on Earth, and a part of him hoped that by giving one to Keith, he would have no choice but to come back and assure a spot on the wall for it. As Keith cautiously picked up the photograph, Lance let out a soft, shaky breath and whispered, "I'm gonna miss you." With that, he hurriedly walked away and left Keith staring dazedly at his retreating back. Keith was about to embark on a dangerous mission with the Blade, a mission that was highly important to the demise of the Golran Empire, and a mission that was most definitely life-threatening. As he always did before any dangerous operation, he reached into his robes and withdrew a slightly withered photograph. He ran his fingers along Lance's face, sighing heavily as, oh god, I'm gonna cry, this isn't fair! He ran his fingers along Lance's face, sighing heavily as he traced the scrawl at the bottom of the Polaroid that read, "Sharp work, samurai," with a heart scribbled beside it. This is for Lance, he thought confidently. He pressed his fingers to his lip and then to Lance's photographic form before securing the photo back into his robes next to his heart and heading into battle. I shouldn't be as emotional as I'm about to be. First of all. Anyways, I don't know why that got to me, but wow, ouchies. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big old thumbs up. If you're new, you can subscribe and click the bell. That way every single time I post a video, you will be notified. I post on Tuesdays, Fridays, and every other Sunday. So yeah. I hope you guys like the Keith cos. If you do, comment down below that you want me to do more Keith cos, because I don't think I've ever been so comfortable in a character. I would sit in Keith cos all day long, except for these, wow, these gloves are something else. Keith, buddy. But anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I sure know I did. I love plants, so goodbye. Remember to stay safe, do your homework, and drink water. And Hockey says goodbye, Keith says goodbye, and last but not least, Joopy says bye-bye. Right, baby? Right. I love you guys. I was thinking that in March, around late March, we haven't fully decided because we were looking at what videos are gonna come out on what days in March, but I'm thinking that in March, I'm gonna start reading Moonlight. So that way it gives me enough time to finish working on it, since everything else is already planned out for February and January. Yes, let me know what you think. I love you guys so much. Remember to stay safe, do your homework, and drink water, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!